Talk Radio.
Keeping you up to date across the UK, online, on DAB+, and on the Talk Radio app.
Julia Hartley-Brewer at breakfast on Talk Radio.
Good morning to you. It's Monday the 27th of September. You're listening to Breakfast with me, Julia Hartley-Brewer, on Talk Radio, live from the Labour Party conference in Brighton. As you can see, if you are indeed watching the show live instead of just listening, yes, Talk Radio is now on your TV download.
If German voters could vote directly for the Chancellor, which they can't, but if they could, Olaf Scholz is way out in front.
Yeah, although I think they probably still want Angela Merkel. It's the end of an era. William Grewcroft, freelance journalist in Berlin, covering German politics. Thank you very much indeed for joining us. My morning here is almost done. Labour Party conference in Brighton. It's at 9:54. Let's talk to Mike Graham, who's back in the London studio to find out what's happening on his show from 10. Good morning to you, Mike.
Very good morning, Julia. Sounding very fresh this morning. I mean, obviously the normal Sunday night sort of beginning to the conference presumably didn't happen then. You know, I saw that Sadiq Khan was out on the lash.
Let's go with that. I think a lot of people are out there. I think the only way to get through these things is to drink, to be honest with you.
Absolutely right. Well, congratulations for staying the pace and still being there, having not been chucked out yet. We'll see how that goes over the course of the next few days. Fascinating times, but as you say, here's the point. You know, the Labour Party are unveiling their new strategy today. Nobody really cares, do they?
Well, this is the thing, isn't it? We're so far away from a general election, and again, we look at the polls again and again. Boris Johnson keeping ahead, even with a fuel crisis and all the things that have gone wrong lately. I suppose to a lot of people, it will feel like a bit of an irrelevance.
Well, that's right. And I mean, meanwhile, there's people still queuing up for petrol like crazy maniacs, even though there's no real need to do it.
Did you queue up for petrol? You've got your gas guzzler.
I don't queue for anything, Julie. I'm afraid. No, I have. I put plans ahead.
True.
I had half a tank in my Range Rover, which would basically take me to Abu Dhabi if I needed to get there. So no, I didn't. But what I did do was I waited till I drove past a petrol station last night, which didn't have a queue. I went in, got my £30 worth, which they had a limit on, which I thought was very sensible, and I drove off. And I didn't wait at all. And if everybody would do that, well, you will be fine.
Yeah, well, we were almost. I'd actually filled up on Friday after talking about it on air, and I went past it. I went past a petrol station. It's all my fault. But my thing is I always fill up when I do it because I don't want to go to the petrol station very often. And I thought, well, you know what's going to happen? What happened last time is we ended up not having any petrol because we were being good, and then having to queue for an hour. And frankly, no, thank you.
Yes.
I think people have been quite rational, if you ask me.
Well, I mean,
anyway,
I think some have, but a lot of them haven't. I'm afraid there are some people queuing up for a Santa Grotto in Hull as well. I mean, you know, the world's full of maniacs.
Yeah, there is that. Listen, thank you very much. It's going to be a lively show with Mike, I am sure. It'll be giving you all what for. I'm done for another morning here at the Labour Party conference. We'll be back tomorrow morning at bright and early. We'll be in from 7 o'clock at Labour Party conference with lots of top guests. But don't worry, it won't be all Labour Party conference because there is other stuff happening as well. But I'm Julia Hartley-Brewer, and I'll be back with you tomorrow. This is Talk Radio.
Online, on DAB, and on the Talk Radio app.